southern cities around here who love to commemorate. I live in a city. I'm in Powder Springs. On the other side of Powder Springs, we have some Confederate trails and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what you want to call your history. This is what you want to call your pride. Okay, you got that. We let you have that. But now, because we're bringing down some damn Confederate flags and monuments of some bullshit ass leaders who lost the war, you come up here and you want to protest. You want to go to Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, University of Virginia, and protest. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to get spiritual on you with this, but I just want to know what's going on in Charlottesville. What's going on in the University of Virginia? There's a lot of different schools in this country, but why does University of Virginia seem to have so many issues going on? Why is there so many mass shootings and killings and all kinds of things going on this campus? I do not know. I don't know, but it's got to be something deep. It's got to be something that is bringing full circle. And I'm not being insensitive to the people who were killed on this campus, but something spiritually, something above ground, something about this city, something in the past, something in the history of this city and the way that this school was built, on the history of the school, something doesn't sit right. What do they say? Something is dirty coming out in the bath. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I haven't done my history on the University of Virginia, but it's something coming out of the bath water. So that's my thing, man. I don't understand, but it's not cool, not at all. Let me see. Boozer said I went to Thorpe Junior High and my friends went to Jefferson Davis Junior High in Hampton, Virginia. They wore Confederate color uniforms, gray and red. Yep, I am very familiar with Jefferson Davis, bro. I'm very familiar. Jefferson Davis, also Lindsay. Where's Thorpe Junior High? I'm not even sure what that is, Booster. But, okay, let me see. Booster said he went to VCU, and there are a lot of Confederacy statues all over Richmond. That is what I'm saying. They're in Richmond. They're in probably the Carolinas, and they're in Georgia. They're in the South, definitely. I understand it. They're there. So I want to know this. This is my whole thing, and I put this out to these folks. So there's people here who try to separate. They're trying to separate Southern pride, Southern nationalism, as opposed to these white racist, white pride, white lives matter, white neo-Nazis, white KKK members, whatever. They try to separate these, but there's still a commonality. There's a common symbol in between you, and this is Confederate flag. Why is it if it's acceptable if it's acceptable from this group to fly this flag at any cost? How is it that on this end they're flying this flag to show white nationalism, white pride, don't erase our white history? And you, on the other end, who's saying, oh, it's just Southern pride. And you're not saying, but I'm not down with what they're doing. Come on, man. There's no separation here. That fucking symbol that they're flying around is the same damn symbol. The same shit that you're over here saying, yeah, it's just Southern pride. It's just Southern history. Civil War was something that our ancestors lost a lot at, and we can't just let it go away because we did this and that. What did you do? Like I said, you lost a war. You lost a war in the South. And I don't understand it. I will never understand it. Why this symbol, this Confederate flag, is something that you have to have in your life, something that you want to fly around, and you don't think that nobody's going to react to it. Yes. Hell yeah, we're going to react to it. We're going to react to this shit because it's bullshit. And that's what happened today. You go out with your pride. You see what it was. It's a deeper meaning. You started out like, yeah, we want to keep our symbols. We want to keep our statues and our history. But you saw what that went into. The real reason came out. Because you came out starting with that other agenda, but the real reason came out. You couldn't hide your agenda. You couldn't face the facts that, you know what I'm saying? You come out here and and you push your agenda and you push your dislike for where you think the country is going, and things are changing, everything's becoming liberal, this and that, and blacks and gays and women and all this other stuff's going on. Come on, man. Your real agenda's coming out for real. We know what it is. You can't even fool us. I had to take a drink of water. Here's the other part of it, man. I'm really pissed off at the way the government is actually shedding light on this. Number one, first thing is, let's talk about our president. We're going from the top down on this damn thing. All right, so when it comes to the president, when it comes to Trump, at what point did this dude decide to say something about the events today? Not at all last night did he say anything on Friday night. There was nothing said on Friday night. So Saturday, we hear the first reaction from the White House came from Melania Trump. And she speaks about violence in a tweet. Nothing still from your man, 45. He said nothing. All of a sudden, a couple hours later, he all of a sudden sends a tweet about it as well. And then later on, he comes on and addresses it. But my whole thing is, when he addresses it, he never denounced. He just says racial violence on all sides, will not be tolerated from all sides and etc. But he never denounced. He never denounced these white racist nationalists and terrorists, and using those words like that. You let one and a dude actually rode his fucking Charger into a crowd and tried to. He killed one person, but he tried and he injured like 19. But come on, man. Why is it that one Muslim American or one Muslim person goes and do something, and it's all of a sudden a terrorist organization, or they're looking to see if he's tied to a terrorist organization? You don't have the same treatment with this same neo-Nazi / white nationalist dude. You're not going to look into his background and say, okay, he's part of this terrorist white organization, because you're not going to call it that as it is. It's a spade. Not going to call a spade a spade. You're not going to go and say what it is out here. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be real with it. You didn't respond correctly. You know what I'm saying? You didn't denounce what happened here. You did not denounce what is not tolerated by the powers that be. Instead, what you did is you went in and try to still keep your agenda, say something political, but still not stir the pot up of the fuckers that actually voted you in. And that's what's being real. I see what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. This whole, exactly like Mocha said, yes, it's exactly, 45 started this shit because when he came in, he started his division. These fools said, let's make America great again. Did you see David Duke, the former leader of the KKK, actually take his ass on the news and make a statement? His ass saying, yeah, Trump, we voted Trump because we want him to make America great again. And these people here are doing a great thing. This fucker who was actually a Louisiana governor. I mean, really, man. Seriously, this guy actually had the nerve to go on TV and talk his shit. And the ridiculous is that we actually allow him to waste precious airtime saying it, to get on the TV and spew the most vile bullshit that you can and make America great again. You see these fools are using this agenda. They're using this phrase to coincide with their belief that they need to purge or clean up America. Ain't nothing fucking, of course you need to make America great again, because the problem ain't obviously, it ain't nothing to do with what's in your head. The problem goes way deeper. You are the problem. You the fucking problem. You're what's making America fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't us. It ain't blacks and Hispanics and Asians and all that shit like that. And I'm not trying to go into this to be a racial show, because I have friends all over all over different nationalities. But you can't make fucking America great again if America's fucked up like that. America is born and actually started in a fucked up way because it was born on the backs of the indentured people. You know what I'm saying? Those people who actually had this country first in the first place, and you decide to go and say, okay, we're gonna just steal your shit and make it our fucking country. Shit finally coming home to roost. You know what I'm saying? This is the reality of it. That's what's going on here. And so now you try to make this into some patriotic type shit. I mean, we can go real deep with this shit. I see the folks actually react, and it's folks that are quiet. I don't see a lot of white folks really doing a whole lot of commenting on this because of the fact they know this shit was fucked up today. They knew people out there protesting, and how this shit fired off was the most ridiculous shit I've seen in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. But nowhere did you see the actual news or the media go on there and say shit like, yo, what's up with these thugs? Or look at these mobs of thugs in the streets. They're not using those words. Let the shit happen in Ferguson. Let the shit happen in what's my spot in Florida. But anyway, when the Black Lives Matter movements and protests went on, it was a lot of references to thugs and everything else under that you could say derogatory in that means. But today it was handled totally different. You had at no point did you see us drive into a crowd of people and try to kill somebody. And I'm actually saying us because I am black and I do believe in I believe in the Black Lives Matter movement and the policies and what the things that we're trying to get put across here. So yeah, it's never been a terrorist organization that was never in support of let's kill anybody. You never saw that. You've never seen anybody say anything like that. You've never seen anything violent jump off caused by the Black Lives movement. You know what I'm saying? You might say, okay, yeah, this is what happened in Dallas and some officers got killed. Nah, that wasn't. That was some fool acting alone who tried to set his own agenda off and do this. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened there. So anyway, let's continue on. Hey man, shout out to my man Gary G, Money Joiner up in this piece. He got up in here and supported, man, jumping in here and jumping in the middle of the chat. So man, thank you for joining Gary G Money. He also has a show, and he's a real cast ranger, so be sure to follow him on Spreaker as well. And Boost is an X Squad affiliate too. If I didn't announce that, I want to let you know that as well. So back to what I was saying here, man. So the ridiculousness of this situation, when I say VA is on fire, and like I said, it's not physically on fire, but hell, it could be physically on fire. But like my man Michael Rappaport said earlier, you ain't take that shit to a place. You took that shit to a small ass town. You didn't take that shit to a place like Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News, not even Richmond. It didn't go down like that. You took it into another little spot, some crazy ass small town, and I'm gonna play it one more time because I know we got a couple people that's listening here, and it was really, really, really witty what Rappaport said here. But I'm gonna play this one more time. We're gonna get through it, and then we'll come back and we'll continue talking about this shit, man. All right, let's hit this from Rappaport one more time.
Last night in Charlottesville, Virginia, a bunch of white nationalists carrying tiki torches that they got from Home Depot, wearing skinny jeans, drinking coffee, came out for a protest saying, "White lives matter, white lives matter." You know your life ain't shit if you're a college student on a Friday night during the summertime. You ain't getting no ass, and you decide to come out for a protest carrying tiki torches, talking shit. Little coffee cup carrying white nationalists. You ain't shit. If you was really trying to get it poppin', you would have taken your little Ed Sheeran protest right over there to Virginia Beach or Newport News, and you would have got your tiki torches stuffed up your ass. Revenge of the nerd protesters. Eat some pizza, take a few bong rips. Don't you got a fucking toga party to go to? It's Friday night. Try to get to second base with a girl, you fucking loser. Talking about white lives matter, throwing up Nazi salutes. Dorm room dumb fucks.
Yeah, man. That's what my
Fucking
man.
Dallas Cowboys,
That's what my man Rappaport said.
You had the shit.
That's what my man Rappaport said, man. He really went in on them dudes, man, because of the fact it's absolutely crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy that they started this thing up, and then the way they look, man. I mean, really, that damn white polo shirts and khaki pants and fucking tiki torches.